Peace and prosperity be unto all who's listening and watching. It's your girl, Shaeranea, right? And I'm back with another video. And I know it's hard to see the value of living. I know you sometimes think, dang, was I just created to suffer? Not understanding why. Not understanding the reason why we all have to suffer. Not understanding why we always remember the pain longer than we remember the good. And always will take the good for granted. Because it's the pain we remember most. Because we were born in so much pain, with so much trauma, so much hardships. We don't know what good feels like, and good only lasts for a moment. It only lasts temporary. It's only a memory that fades. It's like we don't want to hold on to hope that something good may remain. So instead, we keep pushing and pushing it away. So when good things come in our life, we just remember the pain, reflect on the past, and dwell and bring it and reflect. Manifest it into our current reality instead of overcoming, appreciating what is and what always will be. We always keep that same thought. Oh man, this could be. Oh man, this could be so much worse than it was before. Oh, I bet she could just destroy my life in 3 months or more. How sad it is we can't just live happily, living the peaceful thoughts and thinking that we deserve better. I always think often like, why did I have to be the one out of millions? Because all millions of people are suffering too. The consequences of Adam and Eve, I always contemplate and think like, why do I have to be crucified for something that one or two done? They say cause and attraction is what you get. Well, real life, that's no shit. Everything we get, everything we reflect, it's a constant reality of our life and our struggles. Constantly trying to get over the pain, trying to heal from the pain. Constantly trying to get over the pain. Trying to rise beyond the things that remain. Trying to find the beauty in the days that we have. Focusing on the now and all that we have. I know the beauty in my hand, get what I can when I can. I don't expect myself to be perfect. If I was perfect, I'd already be perfect. I'm not expecting anybody else to be perfect. I admit I got issues. So many I can't count. Why would I want to be perfect? I could never be educated or grow, no doubt. If I was already great, amazing, perfectly unflawed, I would have no need for growth, and I would never be beautiful than I am today. I'm beautiful because I am imperfect. And though I don't understand why it's so much imperfection, I'm happy that I'm not perfect yet. I'm happy that I'm not perfect at all. I'm learning to understand that I won't always understand, that not everything is for me to understand, and that everything I want to know will always be right now. It won't be always the answers I need right now. The answers come when you don't want them to. They say answers come always on time. Well, I was expecting them yesterday. Not when they disappeared. It wasn't when I was waiting. When I was searching and looking in books and trying to find the answers, trying to find it within myself, the answers I was looking for, that wasn't right on the time. It was on the right time, but it wasn't on my time. I can't always see the value of things sometimes. I got my moment. I struggle with this vessel harder than anything else. I want my ways. I just want things to be my way. I'm not expecting life to be perfect, but it sure look good on the outside and sometimes feel good on the inside. This vessel may be pretty too, but you got to see all the pros and cons. It ain't all this seen and beautiful. Beauty is just another word for ugly. And ugly is not as bad as it seems. See, ugly is the growing phase of things, and it's just the aspiring to be great. It's the unbecoming, the late bloomer. This the amazing things bound to happen. These the evolving of something. The start and the end, and the start and the end. It's the ending and beginning of something again. It's the constantation of life again. It's the constant flow of life around. And sometimes we don't value things around because we've been too much pain to accept what we have around. And sometimes pain is just more acceptable because we'll always have those thoughts in mind that we don't deserve what we have, and we're not worth what we, because we always experience, oh, you wrong. You never do right. You're not perfect enough. You're not good enough. You didn't do it the way I said. Don't think. Just do. Oftentimes we get these people telling and speaking in our ear, talking about what we should hear. In our mind, we got this other voice telling us different things like, what are you saying? None of that stuff you saying makes sense. We live in a world that's very controversial to who we are and what we believe. Everybody got their own belief. Everybody stands up for different reasons. Everybody want to live for different reasons. Everybody's afraid of death. I'm not. I don't know about anybody else. I'm not afraid to live, nor am I afraid to die. Reasons why. It can't be no more painful than living. Though living is a beautiful thing. Beautiful memories every day. Yeah, good moments with certain people. You got seasons here and there. You might grow. May enjoy, may have happiness, may have some pain. There's more painful moments in our lives than there are the beautiful. Because even in the beautiful, there was great pain. But because the moments were so great, we never saw the pain or the beauty that grew all around us in the lifeful events of the beautiful journey that process around us. Things going around us all the time. We're so scared that we may get hurt. Oh, I just fear Mother Earth. That's what people think. Oh, I fear death, but I do anything to die. Oh, I feel like I'm dying inside. Oh, I want to live. Live beyond the pain. Live beyond the anger. Live beyond the rain. No, I like rain. Rain is so peaceful for me. It makes me calm. It makes me want to breathe. It makes me feel alive. It makes me refresh the breath inside. It makes me feel like I'm not clogged inside. See, breathing is the only thing that allows me to be free. When I think about freedom, I think about no responsibility. I think about freedom in a way that, we just don't speak. No obligations, no money that restrict us from doing things we desire or what we want. Just the freedom to flow like spirits and souls. No obligations, no duties, no nothing. The amazing thing, you live in a world where nothing is truly your own. You die, you take nothing with you, and you're gone. Yes, I believe in a God, and I believe in a amazing divine. I've been in love with God so long, I can't even reverse the decide, because I would decide every time to fall in love and love again each time, because to know the God, to know divine is to know myself, to know thyself. If I had not loved the divine, I had not known how to love myself. Now I'm deeply in love with that simple fact. To be hurt, to hurt myself is like to hurt the divine. I try to find time to focus my mind on things that I can do and focus my energy on manifesting the greater things to come, because there's often things that's coming, things shifting through our brains like clouds. Man, I must have been smoking wild. Sometimes I can't always stop the thoughts from coming inside. Sometimes the thoughts want to take over inside, make you feel like you drinking alive, drinking yourself to death like you ain't got time. Some people just drinking away their problems like it's gonna go next minute they're drunk. But when they come over that soberness, problems that they had still remain. Smoking don't get rid of the pain. Cancer just ills your brain. Get rid of the things that don't grow you. Stop killing yourself. Yes, life is beautiful. It's full of sufferable things. The most beautiful thing is you, because you still remain. If you're still alive, you should be grateful with that and the fact. That's the most beautiful thing in this earth. No doubt. Big facts. See, I didn't come on here to play, because lately I've been feeling different, not the same. Because every different day I'm different in every way. I'm not the same Lachey as I was yesterday. And though time and time again I look back over the things I've been through, and the most things I remember is the pain. The pain of the lessons in which I learned, in which I grew from a fool. I became a wise woman because I've been through things, and I experienced things because of my young choices and my decisions. Yeah, I was a young fool at one point. Done everything I thought best for myself. Everybody can't hang with the crowd and be like everybody else. I was my own self, trying to figure out who I was and everything else. Like anybody else in this life, trying to figure it out by themselves. Never having a parent really just guided them by the help. Having to grow up and teach yourself. Yes, we raised and birthed in this world by our parents. But the reality of that sick version is that we raise ourselves. Having to figure it out ourselves. Figuring out how and who we are through our own experience by ourselves. Like we don't master of oneself. Like nobody can really teach you unless you learn from seeing it in itself. You got 2 ways of learning. Actually 3. You got experience, pain, and learning from others' experience. So that's reflection. You can see what another person going through without actually having to experience. Learning lessons without having to experience. Pain lessons are, you can't learn the lessons until you experience the pain of the lesson. Experience is you just going through your own experience or whatever the case may be. So in life, constantly learning, trying to figure out the purpose of what's going on, really not knowing what the worth of this all. Never knowing the end, always looking forward to the bigger picture, hoping that one day all the things that we hope for will be the greatest thing we get. So many givers in the world that never get. So many takers that one day we'll regret. Those who come first will be last in the end. So why trouble yourselves worrying at night by thoughts that dwell and seep and eat your soul, make your heart deeper and cold? Man, sometimes I feel like I'm eating on coal. Dark nights, up all night thinking and dwelling over the thoughts about this life, not understanding the questions of things in this life, not fully getting all the answers I need in this life, sitting here contemplating over things I want to know. Yeah, I get answers eventually, and I still wonder what more I could know. The problem with the eating the apple of the tree is that when they ate of the tree, it's like we still live in confusion and lack of understanding. We don't know everything, and that's a problem for me. I don't think knowing is really an issue, because even in knowing, though you suffer more, you have more sorrow the more you know. That's the only problem. Deepen the sorrow for the one who knows more. The more pain for the one who knows more. The more hardships for the one who wants more. Who he seek knowledge feels more sorrow, has more empathy, suffers more mentally. Never grow beyond what they gain, wanting more and more, getting more insane. A victim of self and remain. Living on this earth is a gift, and sometimes it can feel like a curse. You never know when it ends and what it's worth. You just know what you're told when you're in this earth. We speak of heaven and hell. They teach sermons about this and that. You don't know what's correct and you don't know what's right. Everybody got their opinion of facts or their truth in life, but never really been told by the one who created us all. It's kind of confusing. We all evicted to it all. Not fully know what the end of death is like. Seeing the end of the tunnel after I came out my mother's life. So, what was life before when I was living in the womb? Why don't I remember all that and more? What does stuff mean? Life is so much valuable. It's so much more valuable than we know, but how will we ever know if we never know? And how could we understand if we never got the comprehension to understand? See, we wouldn't even know what love was without the wisdom to know or the comprehension to understand. See, all these concepts make sense, but sometimes you get lost up in the misunderstanding. So many questions and things that we don't understand. Life is full of surprises and mysteries and eventful things and things happening every day. The beauty and the splendor of things is like, why not send all the rain? Like the sun and chasing the moon at night. The eclipse kissing each other. Midday light. The beauty of things coming together is so harmonizing. Oh, like a feather. The most powerful things on earth is uniting the yin and the yang. So uniting on this earth, becoming one with self and getting in line with everyone else and finding one's true self. But sometimes in that struggle we don't get to know anything else, and it's kind of hard understanding all this stuff, because when you wake up on your spiritual journey, you're lost in itself. You're waking up to new things, trying to figure out who you are in this new self. Constantly awakening every day. There's a new you in each and every day. There's a new lesson, there's a new pain, there's a new struggle each and every day. And every day you realize something new about yourself than you didn't know the day before or years ago. And you get to constantly reflect over the things before, and now you're left with memories of things of the past. Because no longer does the past exist. It was yesterday, now it's the now. And now we're constantly manifesting the future in the now. See, the most important thing about life is just focusing on all that you desire and all that you want. Bringing those things to life and making sure that's what you desire. So stop taking for granted for the things that you love in this life, and appreciate them even though you're not sure about the things of your life. See, love the people that you have and value as them are. I know I talk about this 1,000 times more, but I need to let you know that loving people is so hard. Because sometimes you get hurt in loving people to the core. Oh yeah, loving people to the core can kind of get yourself hurt. But sometimes you got to trust that process, because even in hurting you sometimes feel the thorns. And in feeling the thorns, you sometimes can heal their thorns. See, slowly removing the thorns of each other is kind of like revealing the vines of each other. Slowly learning how to grow together. See, the pain of life slowly slipped away when you learn how to stop fighting and running from the pain. When you learn to accept it and face it. Because the pain is you. The pain lies within. pain is out there. The pain you can't win. You can't go without it. Because suffering comes lessons. And in lessons comes suffering. And we all get it. We all have to experience. So, believe in this journey. Never give up this life. And no matter what you believe, hold on tight for dear life. Because there's times you wake up and sleep at night that you wish you never lived this life. And if you ever had a thought to pick your life and choose whether you want to be created or not, you might not choose to be existing right now. But some people would rather live knowing that they done something great than to die knowing they done nothing at all. So live in a remarkable way. Live that you be remembered as a legacy. So the most remarkable things about living this life is knowing that God is in thee, God is in thee, and God is life. So be profoundly divine, even though you don't understand fully all this life. And though life is all around us, it's fully in us. The manifestation of life really starts within. It starts in the mind, and it begins and begins. And as soon as it begins, the change starts all around you. It's everywhere. The most abundant thing about this life is just knowing that you can constantly evolve in life, and that always growing the beauty around us. See how the seasons are up and down us? You know, 1 minute you're up, next minute you're growing, next minute it's winter, you're frozen. That's how we are as humans. We experience the phases of the seasons in this life, and we go through it all. Stronger than we even know, and stronger than we ever believe. And if we ever learn how to believe in ourselves, we'll be some powerful beings. Woo! We'll be so powerful that mountains could shake, mountains would break, grounds would crumble the moment we walk. The confidence that we have, if we could literally learn to walk, to talk, and if our actions were a reflection of what we really desire, we would be powerful beings. No one, no doubt, no evil about could ever stop us, because we alignment of the yin and the yang, and there's nothing in this world could ever top us. See, being aligned in yourself is the most powerful thing in anything else. So you ain't got to be Miss Perfect or Mr. Perfect. You ain't got to be Mr. Pretend or Mrs. Pretend. All you got to do is be yourself. Forget everything and everybody else. If you don't ever learn how to love and cherish yourself, then everything is just a fade, a shift in this life. And you'll be forgetting like the memories of the wind that never been remembered again. The pain still remains. We heal again, because it's a constant thing that never ends. And it's kind of like growing. You got to constantly do it again and again. It's kind of like learning. It never ends. See, some things in life just never end. It's a cycle that keeps going on and on and on again. Like, it's kind of like writing a book, like a novel. One novel is not enough. You got to keep going on with the story. Plot end, but you got to get on to another plot. The verse keep going, and sometimes the lyric rolls out. This life is really something special, but we don't really fully know what it's all about. So we can only do what we can, forgive who we can, because holding on to dwellings of what people have done is like saying that we are perfect and we never done wrong. And that's a foolish consumption, and it's a foolish assumption. It's just something that you would never trick yourself to believe, because you're not perfect. Not one thing. You're beautiful, you're amazing. Your imperfection makes you great. But one thing about it is, no one ever been perfect in this life for them to ever say that their mistakes are just right, that everybody around is just wrong to be right. The beauty of this life is just embracing who you are, no matter the imperfections you have. So raise the value in this life by loving the people in your life, and then giving back in life, Be a giver. Take less. When you live in an abundant mind of giving, the abundance in giving is ongoing like everything else in this life. But if you live in a mindset of taking, it's kind of like taking shortcuts in life. It be stripped from you, cut off in life. So, peace. Let's have a prosperous day. If you want more poetry, things that go on like that, just let me know. Comment down below. And let's have a great day.